this is not exactly high-level analysis, but that's also why you've come to watch this show, because you're not getting that from me.
For sure.
I have no idea what the hell to expect in this game.
It's that football show here on KC Sports Network. Tucker Franklin hanging out with Matt Verderame for your Friday game preview edition for Chiefs and Broncos. Thank you to our partners, Ben Holiday, Bottled in Bond Bourbon, for making this whole show possible. Hopefully, you will be needing the Ben Holiday for some celebrating after the Chiefs and Broncos game because, Matt, I don't know how you feel about this, but I feel like I have talked about this game so much. With it being the bye week and then obviously all the content I just do in general, I feel like I have looked at this game from every angle, and I know this the matchup in these games better than I probably have for any other game all year.
Yeah. I've talked about this game fairly relentlessly for a week.
Right.
And I'm doing 21 questions with Matt Lane. So I'm thinking I'm going to talk even more about it. And then I'm just going to lie down for about 2 days and then watch a game that, look, this is not exactly high-level analysis, but that's also why you've come to watch this show, because you're not getting that from me.
For sure.
I have no idea what the hell to expect in this game. Like, you could tell me that the Chiefs beat them 30-10, and I'd be like, yeah, I can see him doing it. I can see she's coming out, laser-focused, out of the bye, needing to win, and I coming out with like a playoff-esque game plan.
Right.
And by like the middle of the second quarter of this game, you're like, yeah, this game's over. Like Bo Nix looks like he's standing on the freeway and this game's just done. Right? Like Spags is blitzing like Kingsley Somatei off the edge. And it just like there's just no answer. Like, what the hell? What's happening? 70 who? Like, what? Yeah. And on the other side of the coin, I could absolutely see a game where everybody spends the whole week telling themselves, like, yeah, you know what? They're going to be up for this game. And then they come out and it's just coma ball for a half. And they're down like 13-7. And Mahomes is throwing for like 90 yards because they can't block. And then it's just like a death match over the last 30 minutes to see if they can survive. The only thing I feel pretty confident in this game, I don't really see Denver blowing the Chiefs out. Like, I don't see a world Denver, because they're just not good enough offensively. Denver, I can see winning. I can't really, like I said earlier, I can see the Chiefs winning 30-10. I can't see Denver doing that.
Right.
That unless the Chiefs just give up like 2 returns for touchdowns or something. Like, I can't really see Denver offensively doing that to the Chiefs. But other than that, like, it's just kind of all on the table in a game that, like, God only knows with the Chiefs.
It is a game that obviously you know the implications. If you're listening to this podcast at this point in the week, you realize the implications of this game. It has been one of the exhausted. Right, it's an exhausted talking point at this point. I had tweeted this out a little bit earlier on Thursday. This is from Next Gen Stats. The Chiefs currently sit in third place in the AFC West with a 74% chance of making the playoffs and a 26% chance of winning the division. With a win over the Broncos in Week 14, the Chiefs' probability of winning the AFC West jumps to 37%, while a loss drops their division odds to 7%. So that's not even this matchup. That's their later matchup. In terms of overall playoff probability, a win increases the Chiefs' odds to make the postseason to 83%. A loss drops it to 59%. So I'm not sure if that's a typo there from Next Gen Stats, but it feels like that would be weird to already extrapolate out odds into Week 14. So I think that must mean that the Week 11 game here does hold a lot of significance for this game and for the playoff implications just in general. Your odds going from 37% to win the division down to 7 if you lose this game. It's going to be a very tough day in Kansas City if that is what's happening. If the streak ends to the Broncos, Matt, that would be a very brutal way for the streak to end.
Yeah, I mean, The Athletic, by the way, so right now they have the Chiefs 25% to win the division. If they win this game, they're at 38. If they lose, it's 7.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so I mean, yeah, we're talking like this is, and I know, like, so you hear that and go, well, 38% is still not good, but here's the reality of that. So If the Chiefs were to win, their chances go up to 38. If the Broncos, of course, then lose, their chances of winning the division, which currently stand, let's get this up here, currently stand at 66. Or I'm sorry, stand at 46. If they win, it goes to 66.
Yeah.
If they lose, it goes to 32. So they would be behind Kansas City.
Right.
Even though they're a game and a half ahead of them, even with a loss in this game. So, look, the models are basically telling you this. If Kansas City can win this game, there's really no reason to, not that they could, but there's no reason to think Denver then is going to go into Arrowhead on a short week on Christmas night and win that game. Right. And if the Chiefs, in other words, if the Chiefs win this game, they stand a very, very good chance of sweeping Denver. And if they do that, they're probably going to win out. They're probably, or not win out like win every game, but like win the division, like outlast Denver in the division. Yeah. So, that's where you are. And the other thing too is I think, these models factor in too, like all different kinds of statistics. The Broncos give them all the credit in the world. And I mean that, by the way, as the Jets give it up. Now it's not 21-7. This game's over. It was really over at the anthem anyway. Right. Denver is 8-2 and they deserve credit. They've also lived off of horrendous teams and horrendous quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
And so they will get neither in this game.
Right.
You just wonder, without Surtain in all likelihood, he hasn't practiced this week. Singleton's out after having surgery to remove what might be cancer.
Crazy story, by the way, how they found that with just a random drug test and his levels were high. And there's oh yeah, let's check that out.
Yeah.
HCG, I think it is. And that's the pregnancy hormone, which, right. The only reason I know that in bodybuilding, people use a lot of HCG to kind of counteract the other side effects of testosterone, right? Is and usually that's how it's how you can detect it. So they saw that, obviously they got it into detection, and I don't know how it your body naturally produces it, but with that high level, they're yeah, something's not right here. Crazy they spotted it, crazy they found it as early as they did, and good that they removed it. That is very insane.
Yeah, no, thank God they found it. It's really, really interesting as far as from the injury standpoint. So Jeff Legwold of ESPN put out John Franklin Myers, who's a defensive lineman for the Broncos, a very good player, was added to the injury report on Thursday with a back injury. It made him limited. Dobbins and Jonah Ellis, their outside linebacker, did not practice. Dobbins with a foot, also the hamstring. Dobbins is still a candidate to go on IR. So on and so forth. As Patrick Surtain also did not practice. He's not expected to play. Look, the bottom line here is Denver in this game, I don't think it's an overstatement. I really feel like whoever wins this game is going to win this division. And I think for Denver, they're going to have to do it without a couple of their best players. Surtain, I would argue, is, I don't know if you'd say he's the most important player on the team. He's probably their best player.
Yeah.
Benito is in that conversation. Zach Allen for sure, right? A couple of the offensive linemen, guys like Miners and Bowles and all that. But Surtain's probably the best cornerback in the league, and he's not there. And it raises the question: how does Denver play defensively in this game? Because Denver typically is a blitz-heavy man team. Well, you can blitz a lot when you can play just man up behind it. Chiefs have done that for years, where they've played that style of football. Denver, without him, it's a far different deal on the back end of that. Not to say that, look, Riley Moss could play, but he's heavily penalized. By the way, Denver's taking more penalties here than anybody else in football. Okay. Denver, all of a sudden, without Surtain, it's a different type of game. And even removing the Surtain injury for a minute, when you're playing against Cam Ward and Jackson Dart and it's third or fourth start of his career, and Justin Fields and Jake Browning and on and on, and Davis Mills, you're a hell of a lot more comfortable just bringing pressure and saying, look,
100%.
We're not worried about this guy beating us. We're going to speed him up. We're going to make him make quick decisions. Against Mahomes, that's a lot different. And in this game, if they go with man, look, Jaquan McMillan is their slot corner. He's not a bad player. He's 5'10" and $183. If he's in man-to-man against Rashee Rice and Juju, that's a massive size difference. Okay, and obviously Rashee Rice, he's a great player. Juju's not a great player, but he's a hell of a lot bigger than Jaquan McMillan is. I mean, for anyone who's not like Juju, for his flaws, and he's 6'1", 215. And he's every bit of that 215. He's a big dude. And Rashee Rice is 6'1", 205. Like, that's a big difference. So, you just wonder, does Denver attack the way they normally do? Do they cover the way they normally do?
Right.
Be very curious to see how they go about it here with Vance Joseph at the controls.
They've played a lot less man coverage, obviously, too, since Pat Surtain has not been on the field. And that makes sense, right? He's your best cover corner, so they've played a lot more zone coverage. What could be the biggest thing for them is Alex Singleton. Alex Singleton not being in there. Like, he has played, I saw this, he won't play this week, and he's played 99.5% of the Broncos defensive snaps this year.
He's their version of Nick Bolton.
Correct.
He's on the field every down.
And now they have Dre Greenlaw, who is trying to come back into the fold of everything.
Go around into form, yep.
Right, and he's coming off like the obviously the Achilles injury that he had against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and then he came back and got hurt again last year for the Niners. So Justin Strnad is also their other guys. Those are two healthy inside linebackers, and that's it. I mean, let's see. Greenlaw has played 42.2% of the snaps in the games he's been active in weeks 7, 9, and 10. It snaps him from 29, 37 to 63 in those 3 games. Strnad has played 75% of the snaps, while Greenlaw has not been active, compared to just 36 in his 3 games that he has been active. So they're going to have to do some real sharing of that inside linebacker role, because only 2 healthy guys, that could be a really big piece to this defense missing. I mean, a guy that plays 99.5% of your snaps is now not going to be there. I think that for the Chiefs offense, you have to take advantage of that. You have to take advantage of maybe some miscommunications from the linebackers. And look, Greenlaw and Strnad are not necessarily coverage demons, right, when it comes to one-on-one. And Greenlaw's kind of towards the end of his career anyway. So I think you've got to try to find ways to hit the Rashee Rice quick ones, or maybe here's an idea, Matt. Screen game, maybe? Like, maybe use the screen game because this is an aggressive defensive front. Maybe use some of that there, too. This is a team that likes to blitz, as you mentioned. So I think they have plenty at their disposal to use and to take advantage of this defense. That Singleton not playing is probably the most, more than Surtain not playing. I think Surtain not playing obviously is huge. But I think the Singleton not playing matters almost a little bit more because they've had a couple games without Pat Surtain now.
True. No, it's a good point. Look, and Strnad is a guy who, he's been good on the pass rush. They don't ask him a lot to drop into coverage.
Right.
He has 4 sacks on the year, or 3.5 sacks on the year, I believe it is. He's only been targeted 8 times in the passing game. He's given up 7 receptions in that. Small sample size, but Singleton. Look, I'm not the biggest PFF guy, but just to give you a little bit of an idea here, like, he is 7th in the NFL for inside linebackers on a run grade.
Wow.
He leads them with 80, I believe it was 89 total tackles, 57 solos. So, like, he's, 36 solos, 89 total tackles, 53 assisted. So he leads them by 19 tackles. Like, the next highest linebacker has 38. Like, it's a huge drop off. Dre Greenlaw this year has 19 tackles, and he only played 3 games. But that's kind of the point. Like,
right, yeah.
Him not, like, they are going to be asking a lot of guys who are not used to being in that role. And Alex Singleton is the quarterback of that defense. So him not being there, it does matter, especially against the run. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. But yes, he's out for the game. Denver's going to have to compensate for that. And, in the end, I would expect that the middle of the field, the Chiefs might try to attack it anyway with Rice against McMillan guy, So, but now with Singleton out there, I think you do try to attack that second level.
There's a lot of interesting things, too, when it comes to this matchup. And, like, the Broncos' defensive rushing efficiency is pretty good. Like, they got a good running defense. The Chiefs probably weren't going to try to run the ball anyway because it looks like Isaiah Pacheco probably won't play in this game. He'll probably get that one or two Clyde carries again.
I was about to say, are you ready for Clyde to just run into like a wall of like 8 orange jerseys? I can't wait. It'd be fun.
It's going to be incredible.
As like there's a hole the size of the Grand Canyon to his right, and he just slams it up into a defensive tackle. It'd be great.
Yeah, no, it's going to be great. But like, look, I mean, this Broncos defense is insane. I'm looking at the matchup comparison right now. The Broncos defense is number 1 in pressure rate, number 2 in overall passing efficiency, number 3 in overall rushing efficiency. So this is a good defense. We knew that coming into the game, coming into this matchup. Now, on the other hand, their offense is it says that they're 17th overall in passing efficiency, and I find that to be incredibly generous, Matt.
But again, though, like this is the hard thing with Denver, and this even applies to defense a little bit, although the defense is legitimately very good. Can you pull up the ass list?
I'd love to.
Thank you. Because I am curious, like where the teams that Denver has played against this year. By the way, as Jets on the Jets tier, they score. They have rallied back. John Mechie with the wide open touchdown.
Wow, I've not heard the name John Mechie in years, dude. Holy cow!
He is in the end zone after what was clearly
9-play drive. Holy shit!
And the Jets have decided to not completely give up. As we watch the replay here, and that's why, because the guy tripped over his own feet.
Yep.
I'm shocked the Jets were able to take advantage. Anywho, all right, you got the ass list pulled up?
Oh, fuck. No, I don't. Hang on.
Okay, well, the point being, the Broncos have played and beaten.
Yes, I do.
Okay, here we go. So, if you would, give the fine folks a refresher on just the tiers on the list.
No, this is great. This is a revelation that came on this podcast. Wow, it's been a few weeks now that we had the ass list. It is a tier list of all the NFL teams. From best to worst is badass, not ass, kinda ass, ass, super ass, mega ass, super mega ass, ultra super mega ass, and Jets.
Jets. Okay. So let's start from the bottom. Who's on the Jets tier?
So it is, and I've also categorized them from left to right of like where I think they are in the tier. It is Jets, Browns, Bengals. You can't lose to the Jets and be ahead of the Jets.
Okay, so 2 of Denver's wins this year have come on the Jets tier.
Yeah.
Next tier up is Ultra Super Mega Ass.
Ultra Super Mega Ass, and
who's on that tier?
The Raiders and the Titans are actually Ultra Super Mega Ass. So that whole tier, the Broncos have beat.
There you go. So 4 of their wins this season have come against these 2 tiers. It's like basically high school football.
Yes.
All right. Where are the Giants?
The Super Mega Ass.
There we go. So there's that. There they are. I've got who are we even missing? Okay, they beat the Eagles, who were actually a real football team.
Yeah, they're in kind of ass right now, which the Eagles might jump their way up to not ass, but I think I have them in kind of ass.
Is that where the Chiefs also are?
The Chiefs are in kind of ass. They are behind the Eagles, and I have them behind the Lions right now.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right. In the other 2 games, they beat who? They beat, I could do this off the top of my head, I think. Jets, Giants, Titans, Bengals.
They beat the Chargers, or the Chargers beat them?
No, Chargers beat them.
Yep.
The Cowboys.
Cowboys are in mega ass.
Okay. Cowboys are in mega ass.
Yep.
And Houston.
Houston is in super ass.
Okay.
So their wins have come on 1 super ass team, 1 mega ass team, 1 super mega ass team, 2 ultra super mega ass teams, and 2 Jets.
Like, what are we doing? This is so. And you're like, when you say, well, they're 17th in pass efficiency. Yeah, we have not though adjusted for Jets, which means they're actually 34th in pass efficiency. Like, I don't care that they're 17th in pass efficiency against Brian Callahan. I don't give a shit. This is why stats lie sometimes.
100%.
Even Bo Nix, just his basic box score level stats, right? You're like, oh, Bo Nix, let's check in on Bo Nix this year.
Yep.
And you look at the numbers and you're like, 2,126 passing yards, 14th in the NFL, 18 touchdown passes, 5th in the NFL. Like, you look at those numbers and you're like, oh, he's playing all right. Dude, he's been awful. Like, they're playing the worst teams in the league every week.
Yeah.
And he's completing passes for nothing, so on my podcast, I won't plug my own podcast, but like my own pod, I had Mike Tanier on, who, if anybody knows Mike, Mike is a great guy, funny as hell, does his own Substack, so on and so forth, covered the league for many years. And he said something that I bring this up, and I thought it was really apropos of this conversation. He was like, the Broncos, one of the few teams offensively that can just starve to death on completions. And
wow, yeah,
it's so, like, when he said it, I was like, God, yeah, you're right. Like, I mean, Denver has games of like 19 completions, 18 completions, 16 completions, 19 completions, 14 completions. They're 4-1 in those games.
Yeah.
Because they're just playing nobody. Like, in those games, so they lost a game, they had 14 completions to the Chargers. They won games against the Jets, Dallas, Houston, and the Raiders. It's like, yeah, no kidding. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, yeah. Congratulations. Yes, you won the game. And like, his completion percentage over the last month is objectively hilarious. Like, so in the last month, he has thrown, let's see, the last 4 games, 50, 29, so 79, 37, 28. So in the last 4 games, he's thrown 144 passes.
Yeah.
And he has completed 80. So he's completing 59.7% of his passes. And in that time period, so 59 points, you'd be like, man, you must really be chucking it downfield, taking chances. Like,
yeah,
has to be, right? Like, there's no other explanation for what the hell we're witnessing. Well, let me tell you something. He has averaged 5.8 yards per attempt.
Man.
I mean, how is that even physically possible for an NFL quarterback? And they won all those games.
I know.
5.8 yards per attempt over the last 4 games. And he's completing under 60% of his passes doing that. Like, this is why box score crap lies to you. And like, unfortunately, I've watched every second of the Broncos offense this year. It is. How do you feel about Adam Troutman in the route into the flat on 3rd and 8? Like, because here it comes, and it's just, and then you get these people who will argue, they're like, well, no, he's actually good. It's like, bro, he's not. Believe me, he's not.
Yeah,
he's not good. They may win. They may win this game because they sacked Mahomes 5 times and are +2 in the turnover. But like, that's how they're gonna win if they win. Like, if Bo Nix cooks the cheese, bro, I will come on here and be the first one to rip the cheese for an hour straight. But like, I got a hard time. Even people are like, well, last year, if they had field goal, didn't get blocked. And it's like, okay, yeah, sure. I get it. They scored 14 points in that game last year.
Yeah.
Like, let's breathe a little bit. About and he was fine in that game. He was 22 of 30 for 215, but like, who cares? He threw for 7 yards an attempt. Like, it's fine, but like, I'm not like losing my mind over it. Like, if I'm the Chiefs, I'm like, all right. I mean, he was fine in that game.
Right.
Cortland Sutton had 70 yards and a touchdown in that game. Devon Vele, no longer on the team, had 34 yards. Somehow Adam Troutman hilariously had a 34-yard completion.
Sounds about right.
But like, yeah, I mean, if I'm Kansas City, I'm not going to lose my. By the way, Mahomes last year threw for 266 yards and a touchdown in that game. Almost knocked over my drink. You know who? Oh my God, this is the most 2024 Chiefs thing. Okay, here we go. This will be a fun little game.
Okay,
10 Chiefs were targeted in that game by at least one pass.
Okay.
Name
was Pacheco?
Wasn't even on the field. Was hurt.
Oh yeah, that's right. So Mr. Kareem Hunt.
He led them in receptions and he led them in receiving yards in that game.
That's insane.
65 receiving yards for Hunt in that game.
Kelsey.
Yep, he had 64 yards and a touchdown.
Juju.
No.
Okay. What did they have Hopkins at this time? I don't think they had
4 catches, 56 yards. Yep.
So Justin Watson.
Of course, obligatory 2 catches, 6 yards.
Yeah, no, Sky Moore was dead at that point, I think he was on the
Sky Moore was uninvolved in the game plan.
Right, yeah, he wasn't in that one. Did Samaje Perine get
Oh, yeah, it's 2 catches, 37 yards. Yeah.
There it is. So I got 5. I got 5 more is what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Wow, I got 5 more.
I would say that you should be able to get 2 of them. The other 3 would be ridiculous.
Okay. Noah Gray.
Yeah, he had 2 catches, 18 yards.
Okay. Wow. Did Justin Ross make an appearance?
Hell yeah, he did. He had a target.
Let's go. This is an insane football game. And you think these other 3 are out there?
I think you should be able to get 1 more of them. The other 2 are absurd.
Hollywood wasn't back yet, was he?
No.
Okay. Worthy?
Yes. Okay. Worthy had 1 catch on 4 targets for 11 yards.
Insane. And so I got 2 more. I'm just trying to think of who I'll play with.
One is like you could possibly get him. The other one is just obscene. Like,
is one of them an offensive lineman?
No, they're like real like receivers and tight ends. But
okay. Wow, who was their third tight? They didn't have Blake Bell last year, did they?
No, well, not in this game. No,
not in that game. I can't think of the bottom of the.
How do you feel about Peyton Hendershot?
I wouldn't have got Peyton Hendershot.
And then McCole Hardman had a catch for 3 yards.
This is the second time we've played this game where I've completely forgotten about McCole Hardman.
But so this is the point, though. Like, this is why when I got to sit here and listen to people be like, I don't know, Bo Nix is underrated and blah blah. It's like it's got to stop. It's got to stop. Like, please, I can't anymore. Like, they win because they have a really good pass rush. That's why they win.
Yeah,
and that's awesome. That's fine. Like, that's a credit to Denver. I think sometimes Broncos fans get like really defensive about that. Like, God knows on my Twitter feed today, like just.
Buddy, I decided to hop in there, and that was not a good idea for my mentions either.
I don't give a damn. They can all get offended all they want. Like, Bo Nix is not good.
No,
I'm sorry. If you sat here right now and said, what quarterbacks in the AFC would you take over? Like, you would take 10 of them. Like, Herbert, Mahomes, Stroud, Daniel Jones, right? I mean, you would take. Would you take Trevor Lawrence over him?
Yeah.
It's borderline, but probably, right? Like, leave Lawrence out of it. Okay, so that's 4. You would absolutely, even though Rodgers at this point is shot, you'd take Rodgers over him.
Yeah.
You would certainly take Burrow and Lamar over him.
Right.
You would take Allen over him. You would take Drake May over him.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's 9. Absolute, like, giving you every benefit of the doubt, because you could argue, like, would you take him or would you take Geno or would you take him or would you take
Geno?
Yes, I would take Geno, to be fair. So, like, but you could argue Lawrence, I guess, would be the one who, you could. He's the 10th or 11th best quarterback in his own conference.
Did we say Mahomes already?
I believe so. Mahomes, Herbert, Stroud, Daniel Jones, everybody who's not on the Browns in the AFC North, Allen, and Drake May.
Okay, yeah, that'd be
9 guy. He is at the apex of the argument. He's 10. Right. You got to listen to people like, I know, but look at the way he throws a check down. Like, great, thanks.
Yeah, but look, he has this almost the same stats as Patrick Mahomes since 2024.
Yeah. Great.
Dude, that guy tweeted another tweet and I almost quote tweeted it, but I was like, no, this is what he wants. I had to hold myself back because I said, this is what he wants. It was, hang on, let me pull it back up because I need to talk about it. So instead of me tweeting about it, I'm talking about it on a podcast. He tweeted out Bo Nix's career stats versus the Chiefs: 6 touchdowns, no interceptions, 81 completion percentage, 138.4 passer rating. How disingenuous is that tweet?
Listen, I don't know him at all, but I got to tell you, he's a bad dude.
This guy is really pissing me off.
It's unbelievable. Also, like, what are we doing here? Like, you had a tweet about like how Vance Joseph has had tons in all caps.
Tons in all caps. I'm seeing that one right now. Awesome, dude.
Mahomes. It's like, first of all, okay. Mahomes in 3 games against him is averaging 271 yards a game.
Right.
Just massive success. I mean, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here?
Also, 3 sacks a game. He's like, yeah, 3 sacks a game.
Which, like, is fine. Like, it's all right. It's not like you're not like, holy shit. Like, what are you? I mean, Vance Joseph, I'm going to pull it up real quick. Like, those games by Vance Joseph.
Also, is he not counting the Vance Joseph led? Actually, Vance Joseph might not have been the head coach when that Patrick Mahomes was playing.
He was not. He was there for the last game of Vance Joseph's head coaching career in Denver was Mahomes' debut. So then he's including that game. Is that right or no? No, because he's going 2023 because that's when Joseph came back as the DC. So in 2023, that was the 19-8 game. I was actually at that game with my daughter and my dad when Mahomes threw for 306.
Right.
Real masterclass there by Vance Joseph as the Chiefs had 389 yards of offense. What? And then the other game, that was the game that Mahomes was like dying in Denver.
Oh, he had the flu. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, he had 2 picks in that game and he threw for 240 yards. That was also the game that Sky Moore dropped every ball imaginable.
Oh, yeah. What was his box score in that game?
Oh, he had 1 catch on 3 targets for 8 yards.
Golly.
Yeah. Isaiah Pacheco had 3 catches in that game for negative yardage. That's all you know about that game. And then last year, we just went over this. Like, Mahomes was fine in that game.
Yeah.
So in 2 of the 3 games, Mahomes was anywhere between fine and lit him up. But because of the game where Mahomes basically had like the avian flu in Denver, it's like, hold on a minute. It's like, come on, man. He also lit Vance Joseph's defense up like a Christmas tree with backups in his first career start. Like, let's breathe a little bit about how great Vance Joseph's been. You know, it's like, I give that dude credit though, because the first stat he pulled was the yardage, and he saw 271, and deep down I was like, it's going to be tough to make this case. Right. But then soldiered on and was like, no, I can do it. I can do this.
Yeah.
Like, listen, bud, I get it. And Vance Joseph is a good defensive coach, and I respect that. But also, like, in those 3 games, Mahomes has been throwing to, like, me, and now he's not.
Right.
And I think that's also a notable comment here. Like, it's I'm not going to lie. The analyst, the professional in me is like, okay, I have to be an analyst and I have to be professional. And there's the Chiefs fan in me that's like, I want to see Mahomes just absolutely go off to a point that it's like, there's no argument at all going forward. It's just like, oh my God, he threw for 380 and 5 touchdowns. Like, it's just one of those things where like now, like every time it comes up, you're just like, yeah, all right, Denver, it's enough.
Yeah.
But who knows, man? I mean, with this Chiefs team, you just never know what the hell is going to happen. Like, are they going to show up? Are they going to show up for half the game? Are they going to play lights out? Like, are they going to just completely sleepwalk and loot? Like, you just you never know what the fuck this team has in plan or in store for you. It's like Russian roulette with like 3 in the chamber. It's like, who the hell knows? Just, we'll see what happens. That's the Chiefs.
It really is.
It's like the deer hunter at the end of the movie, If you've never seen Deer Hunter, watch the Deer Hunter. It's just, that's basically what it feels like watching the Chiefs this year. You're just like, anything's possible.
Zach Stevens tweeting out about the Denver Broncos is basically like
his name, but
I'm going to, because he's like Jordan in the 90s right now in terms of disingenuous tweeting. He's like, he is on an unparalleled run where he's just sending a disingenuous tweet after disingenuous tweet. He can't be stopped.
He also did, if you're he has an epic like training camp feed to follow. Like,
is he really?
Touchdown against like a third stringer. He's just like, we're getting to laser in the end. Which, like, listen, exactly, buddy. Listen, man, you're doing fine. I appreciate you. But like, the tweets, I don't know. We got to talk, man. Like, it's got to stop.
I mean, just the most disingenuous stat polls is what he just keeps doing it, and I'm just, I guess man, you know what?
He's getting the likes though,
right? As a Twitter troll, as a guy who loves to troll other people, I get it. Like, it's working because I see it and I'm just like, I gotta fucking say something about this. I can't stand for that.
I mean, he's a leader what he's doing.
That's what I'm saying. It's a Jordan-esque run of what he's going on. It's just like, damn, every time I see him make a tweet, I'm just like, I've got to correct him.
Physically go after him on Twitter.
I'm going to ask him to post his address. I'm going to Ryan Leaf it.
Ryan Leaf can find them.
And go find him. All right, well, we got to take a break, but first, I'm calling all Chiefs fans. You could be at the 50-yard line, and I will find you at the 50-yard line inside GEHA Field for the official coin toss at a Chiefs home game this season. Visit Chiefs.com/GEHA now. Enter to win a chance to be on the field for a once-in-a-lifetime view of the pregame coin toss. Plus, you can score other exclusive prizes. Enter for a chance to win at Chiefs.com/GEHA. GEHA is the proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back on the other side. We'll look ahead to other football games going on in the National Football League for Week 11. Plenty of games on the slate. Plenty of games to be looking at if you are a Chiefs fan. We might have to start doing some scoreboard watching, man. It might be time to start doing some who you should cheer for type of deal of like what you want in these results type of deal as we get down to this playoff stretch. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this. Chiefs.
Just a short drive from Kansas City. Experience the history, the heritage, and the bourbon at Holiday Distillery. Tour Missouri's oldest distillery, where real Missouri bourbon is made the old-fashioned way. Walk the grounds, taste the tradition, and take home a bottle of something special. Make the trip, sip the story. Holiday Distillery, Weston, Missouri. Book your tour at holidaydistillery.com.
I'm Brett Goodwin, one of the owners of The Learning Tree. The Learning Tree is a neighborhood toy store in Prairie Village, Kansas. This has been here in this location since 2000s, and my husband Alan and I purchased the store in 2023. Alan and I grew up in families where we've always wanted to have a business together. Alan grew up, for instance, his parents had a jewelry store. I worked in a local toy store here in Prairie Village when I was growing up. When this opportunity happened in 2023, we knew right away we wanted to contact them and pursue the store. We wouldn't have been able to get the store without the team at Emprise Bank. From the day we contacted them, they knew what we needed to do, which was very helpful. I would absolutely recommend the team at Emprise Bank to anyone looking to secure a business. We worked with Emprise from day one. They were extremely helpful. They were always great resources. We talk to them frequently. They know the area. They're very friendly. We know who we're going to talk with, and they know what we need to do. We hope we'll see you at the Learning Tree.
Chiefs Kingdom, what is your favorite touchdown? By now, you guys already know that my favorite touchdown is the next one, because with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in. From first touchdown score to anytime touchdown props or the thrill of live in-game betting, every snap is loaded with opportunity. You want spreads? They got it. Over-unders? DraftKings got you covered. Same-game parlays, regular parlays? DraftKings has it, and you need it. And here's the best part. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Your team hitting pay dirt pays out to you. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code KCSN. That's code KCSN for new customers to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, pass-through per wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Can we talk briefly about, because we're recording this during Thursday Night Football where the Jets are, I don't know what they're doing.
Jets are the Jets, yeah.
It just, oh my God. Like, it was like 3rd and 12. They need to score. Just hand the off. I mean, now they get the ball back and they're still handing off as we're getting close. Vrabel's got his hands on his knees, like basically it's the siege that's going on out there right now. I think it's
only down 10. That's crazy.
That's why he's got his hands on his knees. He's just bent over the waist. So he just can't believe we're only going to play 10. Right. Vrabel's like, are we not going to cover the spread against this team? Are we serious?
Oh,
you know.
my gosh.
Oh, Fields, no, get rid of it. Ooh, he got popped.
He did get popped.
Oh, my God. It spun into it. I think he got the first, though, so kudos to him. He may not know what plan he's
Oh, no, they're moving. Yeah, they're moving the chains. It's the first down.
Move those sticks. All right, anywho. All right, so the reason I'm going to say is I'm watching this Pats game. It got me thinking, like,
Yeah.
they're barring a cataclysmic disaster here, they're going to be 9-2.
Mm.
Is this the worst, darkest possible timeline for Bills fans?
Oh, yes.
Like,
has to be, right?
You went from a 20-year run of hell where not only were the Pats dominating, you were awful for 20 solid years.
Right.
Then the Pats went right into the crapper, Cam Newton style, Bill Belichick, the sequel style, like just awful.
Uh-huh.
You even beat him in the playoffs on like that cathartic like Mac Jones game where like
I forgot about that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it didn't matter because the Chiefs showed up. Like literally, like the AFC Championship game in 2018, retrospectively, was basically just like a full speed Olympic baton handoff from Brady to Mahomes, right? He was like, all right, buddy, it's you. And then like just right from there.
Uh-huh.
And the Chiefs have just destroyed Buffalo's dreams now for literally more than a half decade.
Yeah.
And now like the Chiefs are still really good as evidenced by like their Super Bowl odds. But now the Patriots are like burgeoning with like May looks like a top 5 quarterback. They got Vrabel, cap space galore. And the Bills are trotting out like Gabe Davis and Keon Coleman and God love him, but McCole Hardman.
Yeah.
Like, there's no possible world this is worse for the Bills. Right? Like, if you're a Bills fan, like, we did it. We got rid of Brady. And then we timed it up perfectly because we got good Josh Allen. And then the Chiefs were like, no, guess what? Boom. 4 out of 5 years. And then like the Bills are like staggering off the ropes like a guy in like 88 fighting Tyson.
Uh-huh.
You know? Like coming off like, oh, God. All right, well, I mean, at some point you got to beat the Chiefs. And then here comes Tyson with the haymaker from Foxborough. It's like, guess who's back? And now it's just like, if the Pats, Phil's just threw a pass off his own guy's head. Yeah. If the Pats are really good again, and if they are, they should be good for the next decade because they've got May and Vrabel's young enough, like he could be there. Like, there's no possible combination that's more devastating than that. Because like by the time that it all ends, like Allen will be retired.
Yeah, there's truthfully, I don't know if there's a fan base that has had like their existence worse of just like with the 4 falls of Buffalo also going into it and then heading into what the Chiefs have done to them and, you know, being just absolute dog water while the Patriots were having a dynasty and then being competitive, but then losing to the other active dynasty all the time. I don't know if there's a fan base that has it worse, that has had it worse.
I mean, the Vikings are way up there.
The Vikings would be close, yeah.
The Browns are hilariously up there. I mean, the NFL literally removed them for 4 years. And frankly, did everybody a favor. And now they're back, and I think Cleveland fans are probably the ones petitioning now, like, get rid of them, please.
Yeah.
But bro, like the Bills, you've got to just be like, what is happening? Like we got this unbelievable quarterback, but the only guy who can beat him is a guy we've run into every single year in the playoffs, and he just beats us every year.
Right.
And now, like, it was like, all right, well, at least we know we're going to win our division because the Dolphins and Jets exist.
Right. Yeah, right. Yeah.
But now all of a sudden, like, New England's like just like ultra involved with this quarterback who may be like the next, like, coming at Josh Allen. And also, like, hey, like, they've got Vrabel, who's a better coach than McDermott. And like, oh my God, like, we're going to be a wild card team now. So, like, anytime we play New England or Kansas City, we just got to go there. Have fun. Like, it's
a tough existence.
I mean, just the pits. Like, yeah. I know. I was watching that game. I was thinking to myself, like, oh my God. Like, if you're a Bills fan, you're watching this just 8 bottles of holiday bourbon deep, right? Like, it's just
have to be.
You're in deep emotional and psychological pain at this point.
I still can't believe the stinker they just laid against the Dolphins. Like, that is like one of the games I was just like, wow, they really did that.
They showed Allen on
real
the
result.
sideline late in that game, like sitting on the bench. It's kind of like slumped a little bit, like just leaning back, spaced out, like somebody in the 60s who had just dropped like 8 pounds of acid.
Yeah,
like just absolutely dead to the world. And I was thinking, like, what is going through his mind right now? Like, is it just as simple as like, look, we played like shit and I'm pissed? Could be,
right?
Or is it like, man, we have nobody on this team outside and our defense blows, and I don't know how the hell we win 4 big games in January. Like, I mean, now look, that'd be fair. My guess is, by the way, nice coverage by the Jets, is whoever the hell that is just caught the ball for 30 yards. It's untouched. God. There's Diggs. Yeah, it's Diggs. But no, I think, if you also, that's got to be another kick in the balls if you're a Bills fan. Like, Diggs is playing like 2021 Stephon Diggs. Well, you're watching Keon Coleman turn like a semi-truck in a gazebo.
Right.
But yeah, like, you just, I don't know. It's interesting sometimes that some of this stuff like shakes. But I was just thinking, like, looking at Allen, I was thinking that, man, if I was to guess, he's probably just thinking, I can't believe we lost this game.
Yeah.
But probably got like off the plane that night driving back home. It was just like, bro, what do I do with this team? Right. And I know there are Chiefs fans out there who everybody think the same thing. Well, Mahomes did that in 2023 and they still won the Super Bowl. And you're right. Yeah. But that's kind of the point here. Like, as great as Allen is, he's not Mahomes. And he's probably the closest thing to him in the current game. Mm-hmm. But he's not him. And also, to be fair, Mahomes had a defense that year that was, lights out. Yeah. And I got to tell you, Buffalo's defense is not that. So if you're Allen, like, you're just in a spot. I don't know what you do. That team is capped out. It's not like this is going to be an offseason where the Bills are just like, we're just going to get massively better this offseason. Like, let's draft their asses off. They're not getting massively better in free agency any day soon. And I'm not, listen, that's enough about the Bills here for me. But it's just very interesting that all these years they've had a shot. And I'm not saying they still have a shot, obviously, if Josh Allen, but But now, like, all of a sudden, like, Drake May is a legit MVP candidate. And as he almost completed a ball for like 60 yards with Mac Hollins.
That's fair. He had shoes on, so
I was about to say, if he was barefoot, he catches that ball.
Right, yeah.
Because then he's more one with the earth or whatever all the reasoning is. Sure. But, you look at it and go, man, if you're the Bills, it's bad enough for the rest of the AFC. Like, oh, my God, we need another quarterback.
Right.
And the Chiefs, by the way, kind of quietly, like, getting away with it because, like, the Raiders are the Raiders. Bo Nix. And, like, Herbert's the best guy in that division other than Mahomes. And, like,
Chargers.
Like, Herbert's good, but, like, you're not really scared of them in a big spot at any point in time.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait for the Chargers to make the playoffs this year and just get absolutely annihilated by, like, New England in the first round of playoffs. Just killed. Yeah. That would like 3 first half picks and 27-6. Like, it would be great.
No. Bills do play the Bucks. They host the Buccaneers. Bills Bucks. Should be a good game on the noon slate a little bit. Going back to the ass list, I had this tab up and it reminded me I can't move the Patriots or the Jets, right? Like, I don't think I can move either.
Nah, this is not a cause to move these teams.
Like, I don't. There's got to be some games that I, at least going into it, I look at and be like, I don't know if I can. This result doesn't tell me anything about either of these teams.
No. I mean, the only way anything would have moved is if the Pats lost this game.
For sure, yes.
But no.
I don't even know if the Jets would leave Jets, truthfully, because they are just. That'd been their 3rd win in a row, though. Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they could have snuck it out of there. I want to give a hat tip to Miguel Santos Santana at Murda88 on Twitter. He responded to my tweet promoting our last podcast on Monday, and he said, I just want to point out something from the show you and Matt missed with Gregory Rousseau complaining about the Heat. He literally played football for the University of Miami.
Man was prepared for the Heat, or at least should have been.
But it's too hot.
Great point there.
Yeah.
Like I said in the show, it's like people act like, oh, it's Buffalo. It's again, they're not all Buffalonians.
Right.
Like,
right.
half these guys probably played in Florida, grew up in Florida and Texas. Like, I understand more the cold weather thing than the hot weather thing.
Oh, 100%. I 100% agree with that. Mm-hmm.
Played in Florida, California, Texas. Like, what are we doing? Like, how many guys in the NFL are from Duluth? Like that part of it. By the way, these teams that went indoors, and like the Browns are about to because they're a disgrace. That's why, like, I know that's been floated out there with Arrowhead lately. Like, oh, maybe like a dome or what? I will riot if that happens. You have a massive advantage. How much do you think the Dolphins would have given to play that game a couple years ago in a dome?
Oh, they would have begged. They probably would have asked to have it moved to the Fargo Dome, truthfully.
Oh, my God. McDaniel would have laid down his entire salary. Okay? Like, please, God, anything.
Right.
It's like the Vikings moved into the Metrodome. Like, it's so weak. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, what's better for the fans? You know what would be better for the fans? You won something.
Actually, great point. Yeah.
How about that? Like who the hell's in Green Bay bitching? Like, oh no, it's winter. You live in Green Bay. Yeah. Your whole goddamn life is winter.
Right.
Like you have a 3-8 period of summer. You fill up the pool or the above ground pool in Green Bay. You fill it up and you're like, hey guys, great news. Monday through Wednesday is summer. And then Thursday comes around and the damn thing cracks because the ice expanded the pool. And it's football weather again, everybody. Like, you live in Green Bay. You live in Minnesota. Kansas City's the best or worst of both worlds in that regard because it's 100 degrees with 100% humidity, and then it's just brutally cold. But, like, you're Kansas Cityans. You're in cold weather. Like, you're used to this crap, but you want the advantage. It is amazing that the Browns going indoors up, they never won another game. It is a disgrace, and it's an affront to the Lord. As are the Jets, by the way, who just fumbled the ball away. But
yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Jets. Okay, let's talk about some of these other games in the NFL slate. As we mentioned, Bills Bucks, that'll be a good one. Obviously, you want to be tuned into that one. Bucks coming off the loss to the Patriots last week, but still a very good team. I think that was a really good game last week. The Bucks and Patriots. Yeah, really, they just gave up a bunch of 4 explosive plays to the Patriots. That was it. Yep. You can't give up explosive plays, and that you heard it here first. That's the first time a podcast has ever said that. Can't give up explosive plays. Any other games in the noon slate, Matt? When I pulled up 506 Sports, a pretty interesting map this week on the ball maps, but CBS early they're going to have Tampa Bay at Buffalo. That'll be majority of the Kansas City surrounding area. Cincinnati at Pittsburgh, it's basically only Cincinnati at Pittsburgh, and then LA Chargers at Jacksonville is exclusive to LA and Jacksonville and Eugene, actually. So,
because of Herbert. Okay.
Yeah, and then they have a little patch in where Rodgers is from for the Pittsburgh game. So like those are your CBS games. In the early window, your Fox early game, Chicago at Minnesota. That one should be an interesting one. Chicago's playing well. They're hot right now. Green Bay at New York. You're getting a Jameis Winston game. I'll be on Jameis Winston watch for that one. I'll tell you what. I love it. Carolina's at Atlanta. Houston's at Tennessee. That game is actually only in.
That game should be on air.
In Tennessee. Usually all of Tennessee will get like the Titans. Not this week. It's just like only Nashville is getting the Titans. And I think that is hilarious. There's like nobody else actually
please
wants to watch this. So yeah, those are your noon slate games. I think the Bills one is obviously the most,
it's
Tampa Bay Buffalo is the one you're going to watch.
That game is by far the most interesting.
And then Kansas City at Denver is the CBS late game. It's pretty much the whole country outside of Baltimore and Cleveland who are playing on the other end of that. Jim Nantz and Tony Romo. Oh, goody. Jim Nantz and Tony Romo are on the call for this.
Hey, I love Jim Nantz, man. I'm just mute the game. I just cannot take it. He's the only announcer I do that for. If they play at Arrowhead, I'll keep the sound on because I want to hear the crowd.
Right.
But other than that, I can't do it. It drives me out of my mind. He went from being so good in the first year or two as an announcer to just like insufferable for me within a year.
Right.
I thought it all started with Big Game Gabe, and then it just went downhill.
That's a tough one. Yeah, now he just can't stop moaning into his microphone.
Also not good. He also I wonder when the Chiefs won Super Bowl 58 and he stepped all over Jim Nantz at the end of that game.
Yeah, he did.
Did Jim Nantz was there a point where Jim Nantz tried to throw him out of the booth head first?
Hey, shut up.
Yeah, you can just hear Romo. Oh God, for a touchdown. It's stop talking. Also, you have a mute button for God's sake. Just hit it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that thing should be glued down. But it's
they should, when you used to give your brother the controller, right? You're your friend wanted to play, or you're not connected. Yeah. What do you need to give Tony Romo a mic, but it's not connected? Just have him moan to no one.
You're doing great, Tony. Keep it up.
Yeah, Tony. Everyone's loving it, Tony. Great job.
This is the best reviews you've gotten in years. Keep rolling.
Golly. And then we do have an early morning game: Washington at Miami and Madrid.
Oh. Oh my God!
Would have been better if we just declared war on Spain. Actually, I think that would have gone over better.
It's offensive, right? I tell you, I've lost all respect for Spain and its people if they don't declare war on us by halftime. If we don't have a full declaration of war by halftime of that game, we know that Spain will just roll over.
Yeah.
I mean, they got no backbone. That game, that is unbelievable that we've got the balls to send that game over there, And that should be the first game where we've got, I'm telling you, we could have the counter for Tua. And it's great because that's early. So, it will be during pregame warmups around the United States.
Yep.
And you'll just get a huge roar. It's Mikey Sanders still picked him off. I'm all for it. But yeah, I mean, what we had what was it? The Spanish American War way back when?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, well, if Spain doesn't go for the sequel after that game, not a serious country.
Was the War of 1812 against the Spanish too, or was that
the English?
The English, yeah.
The English and us were always warring back in the day.
Always just beefing,
Yeah, but we got pissed. We threw a bunch of shit in the water outside of Boston Harbor.
Good.
Fury. You know how furious people were about people in the 1700s launching tea into the water. That's now if people just started launching beer into the water, it's serious.
Right. Oh, that's a great point.
If you went by the docks in New York City and people were launching, Heineken into the water, you'd be damn. I don't know what's going on over there, but somebody crossed the line that it is not okay.
Right. Yeah. Man.
So yeah, I mean we beefed with England forever, and then we sent them multiple messages, and then ended up joining forces with them down the line. But yeah, the Spanish American War. If Spain doesn't bring the heat, then I'm sorry, but I have no respect for you anymore as a country.
Yeah, I think that's only fair, truthfully.
I can't believe that's a national game. I completely blanked at that game. I've been trying to block that out. Anyway, I can't believe they have the guts to play that game. Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Detroit at Philadelphia is the Sunday night game. That should be a good game. Yeah,
that's very good.
And then Dallas at Vegas is the Monday night game, which is very bad.
God Almighty. Yeah. Gino in prime time against, dude, that's the ultimate. You think you suck? The hell you do.
It's a movable object versus a
Gino against that defense is going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean it is brutal. Indianapolis and New Orleans are on bye. Next week the Broncos are on bye, so the Broncos will go from this game to a bye week.
Yep. And the Chiefs play the Colts, who are off a bye.
And the Chiefs play the Colts, who are off of a bye. Yeah.
Chiefs are 4.5 point favorite in the North line.
Really?
Playing 4.5.
Huh.
No respect for the Colts.
Zero respect for. Well, to be fair, I mean their last couple of games have been an adventure to say the least.
I gotta tell you, the Chiefs win this game against Denver and they start playing well. That game in Kansas City is gonna be a 7-point line. If the Chiefs are favored by 3.5 in Denver,
right?
And the Chiefs aren't even playing well, and they're 3.5 point favorites. You can imagine what that line would be if the Chiefs go in there on a 6-game heater.
Right.
Here comes Bo Nix on a short week. Vegas is just 17.5.
Boom.
Yeah.
Bo Nix, man. All right, Matt. I think that's gonna do it for that football show. Let me look at the reviews real quick. I had somebody on the stream tell me that they left a review for us. So
lying and fraudulent.
Yeah, no, Luis is usually the man, though. If I remember, it was Luis. So Luis should have it 3 days ago. Yeah, 3 days ago. Here we go. Hands down, one of the best Chiefs-centric podcasts. Big fan of the pod. This is from Lou for MVP. Matt is always good for a great rant, and I love his analysis, but the favorite part of the show is Tucker. I'm a big Tucker guy. Thanks for the content. That's huge for me. Big win for me on that one. This is also from 3 days ago. X-Tab Pull Pocket L26. Thank you for the 5-star review. Sorry I butchered your name. That football show is great. I just wish they'd get rid of that Verderame for Briscoe and then Tucker for Briscoe. And then lastly, switch out Briscoe with Tucker. Other than that, I love that show, which then would ultimately leads to us being back there. But
yeah,
appreciate the kind 5-star reviews. Make sure to leave those comments telling us how much better we are than everyone else on the network. We really do appreciate those. I saw those come in. I also saw them on the other podcasts as well. So keep those up. keep letting every other podcast know that football show is better. And don't tell anyone that we told you to do that. We appreciate
it. Seems organic.
Right. We appreciate our little ball knowers doing our dirty work for us. Our little
get it done.
Henchmen. The henchman of that football show getting there and starting planting some seeds so that we can sow them later. But all right, let's go do it for that football show. We'll be back after the Chiefs and Broncos game, and we'll talk about that. Hopefully, man, it might be an apocalyptic game.
I'm gonna tell you right now, they lose that game, I'm gonna rip them. That is all we were talking about for an hour. I am going to annihilate that thing. If they go there and lose to Bo Nix, off a bye week, I'm going to light them up like a Christmas tree coming out of that game. So
I might just say, like, this is that football show. I'm Tucker Franklin. That's Matt Verderame. Matt, go ahead. That like literally might be the start of the podcast. And I just will let you go. I'll go like make a drink or something in the back, and then you can just keep going.
Let's hope it doesn't get to that.
I hope it doesn't. But we will be back on Monday, so we'll talk to you guys on the other side. Chiefs.